Good morning everyone, today we're looking at another Fossil Grant Chronograph unboxing. We're going to be looking at one of the rose gold editions today, the FS5237. So let's look at the box. We've got a bit more of a sort of a wooden theme going on here, a wooden abstract theme as you can see going on around here. If you've ordered a sort of a number of Fossil watches over time, you'll notice that different variants come in different style boxes, and then that's their whole brand image really, is to go for unique and good temporary designs. Inside the actual box, we've got that manual just sitting on top, and the watch is housed a little bit of cellophane on a cardboard stock. I don't like it when they put cellophane inside things for watches, especially. I think it just makes it look a little bit cheap. So here we go, guys. This is the Fossil Grant Chronograph FS5237. It's got a 44mm case diameter with a 12mm case thickness. Retails at £71 and weighs 81 grams. It uses a quartz chronograph movement of unknown specification. I'm not sure which one it is they use. In terms of the actual designs you've got for the Fossil chronograph, you've got over 12 different variants you can go for. So there's plenty of choice if you don't like this colour. Let's move on to the face of the watch here. So as you can see, we've got a sort of slightly is it navy blue? Is it black? It's a very it looks navy blue in the camera, but it actually looks black in real life. So I'm going to say it's a really dark navy blue dial. So it's got two sort of main areas to the main dial. So you've got the outside ring part, so the outer dial, and the inner dial with 3 sub-dials on the actual centerpiece there. Those 3 sub-dials, starting from the right, you've got your 24-hour readout. You've then got the chronograph across these 2 sub-dials, so one that counts seconds, one that counts in minutes, counts up to an hour. The chronograph is obviously operated by those 2 buttons on the side there. We'll show you that in a second. So with this, you get fully luminous hands, no luminous increments, unfortunately. 5-bar water resistance, not sure if I mentioned that or anything. Mineral glass going on the top of the watch or anything like that. It's got a slight domed effect to it. It gives it a bit more of a 3D effect when you tilt the watch around. The whole watch is housed in an aluminium case with rose gold iron plated finish on top and polished finish on the actual crown and chronograph. Speaking of the chronograph, let's have a little look now at that. So it's got a nice firm sort of click down. You've got a bit of a squishy effect, and then it clicks in place, which shows a good amount of quality there. It can feel a bit more sort of expensive, but it doesn't offer that, unfortunately. It just sits on the good side, I'd say. It doesn't feel cheap, but doesn't feel expensive. But I'd say it's definitely more towards the good side, that chronograph. Let's have a look at the crown. So the crown has 2 positions, despite the fact it doesn't have a date dial, which is really weird. Got a good amount of feedback to the hands when you're turning them around. Doesn't feel flimsy at all there, which is good. That's what you want it to feel. You want it to be you want it to feel you want it to basically give feedback. You want it to feel nice when it's turning around. Some people are, well, I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Well, it's if you're turning this and the hands are moving a lot. So say if I turn it, let's say if I turn this halfway to there, the hands haven't moved a long way. They've just moved, say, a quarter of the watch. Yeah, I'd say if you move half, it wants to move a quarter of the way around the watch. That's what I'd go for. If you're moving it a quarter and it's moved, say, halfway or moved the whole way around the watch itself, I'd say that's a bit cheaper. But yeah, anyway, get a bit too technical there. The actual, there's a bezel on top that's fixed in place, as you can see here, with a sort of a navy blue finish, as you can see from the ring. It's got a nice brush finish going all the way around on the top there. Coming down to the strap, we've got a navy blue strap with a little bit of white stitching here, but navy blue line stitching going all the way down the actual side of the strap here. It's a 22mm strap with a quick release option that I'll show you in a second. Coming down to the strap here, you can see it's got a slightly thin holders for that buckle to sit inside. No metallic rings, which means these will stretch over time. Coming around to the buckle, we've got a nice rose gold iron plated aluminium style buckle here, held in a fairly decent hinge, as you can see from the movement there. There's a little bit of resistance when you're turning that. Nice brush finish on that. 2 holders for the strap to sit in, one that's fixed and one that's free roam. It's quite loose on there, so that might move a little bit. But when it's on your wrist, nice and tight, that should stay in place. The little white details on the strap, they're quite nice. So coming around the back, we can see it's got a bit more of a sort of a beigey back, as you can see here, with a quick release on these little lugs here, as you can see. On the back plate, finally, we've got the some markings for the Fossil stainless steel. It says stainless steel, but it says aluminium on the spec. I'm not sure. It could be a stainless steel back plate, but it says aluminium on the specs when I was reading them. I could be wrong. Most watches are stainless steel. Anyway, let's have a look at the wrist shot. So there we go guys, that is the Fossil Grant FS5237.